and welcome to episode 5 of Bantersation. Well, we're now on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify, and basically all the other podcast streaming services that you can probably find out there. My name's Captain Stash, and I'm joined by our co-hosts Dan.
Hello, hello.
And Jay.
What's up, peeps?
And our first ever special guest, and I mean first, y'all have seen all the other episodes. It's Allie.
How you doing?
What have we been doing this week, fellas? Dan?
You know me. I don't live the most exciting life in the world.
I mean, you live in London. How's that not exciting? At least a little bit.
I can tell you what he does. He works, he plays Overwatch, he eats pizza, he shits, he sleeps. Repeat.
I mean, he's got a few good hours of Overwatch. I mean, that's not too bad. That's an exciting life, right?
Yeah, living in London isn't all it cracked up to be, especially this part of London.
Oh, yeah, the scary part.
Do you mean that we don't go to visit the Big Ben or spend time on London Bridge?
That's what tourists do, bruv.
Or do we not go to Buckingham Palace to see if the Queen might step out and wave?
Do you do that, Ali?
Or invite you in for tea?
I admit, when I was working in not far from, I was actually working on Buckingham Palace Road. The office was on that road, so I used to take nice little walks out during the day, and then I'd just take a stroll out to Buckingham, have a look at Buckingham Palace. It's the building itself. It does still. It looks appealing to me.
Well, you'd like to live there?
Only if Meghan Markle is there on her own.
Boy, shots fired!
Your Highness, if you're listening,
we do apologise. We don't condone any of this.
No. I mean, no. Obviously, I'm joking.
She's a very lovely woman.
But I do like Prince William.
Yeah.
He's cool. He's someone I would probably urge us to bring on this podcast.
Prince William, you heard it here. Get
Prince
on Bantersation.
Dude, just chill with us, bro. I mean, come on.
I think I'd rather Prince Harry. He seems like a lot more fun.
He's more of a lad, isn't he? But I think William, I don't know what it is, because he's that mature, sensible. I think it'd be a safer option.
Don't know about that.
No,
it'd be a safer option. We don't want that.
Boring though.
Yeah,
we need the on the edge cusp. You know, the crazy ones.
The firecracker.
The ones that are gonna.
That's not a ginger joke, I swear.
Oh, more shots fired. How many more times can we insult the royal family today?
Oh, man. All these ginger. Anyways, Jay, we're moving on to you, bud.
Oh, cheers,
what you been doing?
Work, Overwatch, eating, shitting and sleeping. So I suppose. I got a day off tomorrow. It's my birthday.
Oh, yeah. Your birthday. What day is that? Like, because we're recording, this may not go up.
So when this gets released, it's probably last week or the week before, but it's actually real life. It's the 5th of September tomorrow, my birthday.
Well,
happy birthday, Jay.
Happy birthday. Are you willing to share your age with us?
1 years old.
Oh, over the hill. I heard that. It's all good.
I thought there was some frequency issues. I don't know.
Over the hill, mate. You're mad. I can't even make it up the hill. Line over the hill.
Jay, do you like blowing out candles on a cake?
You'd need a fucking fire extinguisher now.
He'd lose his teeth.
Why are you saying I need a fire extinguisher?
So much fire on that cake if there was that many candles.
How many candles, Dan?
Well, I may have lost count, give or take 60, 70, I suppose.
Shut up, you knob.
What do you mean?
40, thank you.
40. The big 4-0.
40.
They say life starts at 40. Do you agree?
Well, I don't know. I'll find out tomorrow.
Well, there's not much choice left, but it's a good age to be at.
And going back to blowing out candles, well, not all the time. I hate going to a birthday party where someone's there blowing candles, they've had a bit to drink, and you're really looking at the cake thinking, yeah, I could deal with a bit of that cake, and they blow out the candles. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Deep the spray.
Mate.
Just cut the top off, throw that away, and I'll take that part of the cake.
That's not a bad shot.
Yeah.
But you know you've been eyeing that cake up all night. You think, yeah, it's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Please only put one candle on it and put it right at the back because I don't have to blow it over away from there.
What would be like your favorite birthday cake?
Well,
Like type of cake, like chocolate, vanilla.
as hopefully, fingers crossed, my
Mhm.
sister-in-law is making. Well, my sister-in-law is making me a cake.
Mhm.
She makes amazing cakes. Little backstory: on holiday when I was in Gran Canaria, all the desserts they had was just dairy desserts, or you could get cheese and crackers or fruit. I didn't want none of that. I wanted cake like everybody else, but all the
Mhm.
cakes had cream in them or some sort of dairy products on them that I couldn't eat. And one day there was a chocolate fudge cake there. It was massive. When I say it was big, I thought, yes, okay, I'll go and get my food. Then I'll go up and get a bit of that. When I went up, it was all gone. And when I stopped one of the waiter guys, I was like, any more of that cake? No, that was it. I was bummed for the whole week.
Oh
So
man.
my sister-in-law has said, if she can and time permits, she's going to make me a chocolate fudge cake.
Ooh.
If not, she's going to make a salted caramel cake, which she can do really easy. She does it for
Mhm.
everybody's
I love
birthday.
salted caramel.
Those are really
It
good cakes.
The
is
homemade ones are the best.
amazing. She puts like, you know the little square munchy chocolates with the little biscuits in? You ever
Yeah,
seen them?
Almonds.
Munchies?
I think so.
So it's a square chocolate, and
Uh,
inside is a little circle biscuit with caramel. It's called Munchies. Look them up, you'll see them. In a red
Okay.
packet they come. So she puts little Munchies on there, little miniature Rolos, and some buttons on there. Oh, mate, it's amazing. And then she's got the pot of sauce that's left over that she drizzled it with. So you can help yourself to extra sauce if you want extra help. Oh, I can't wait till tomorrow.
I'll bring some munchies around next time because they are addictive and delicious.
They're really good.
I feel like I know what you mean. They're like tiny little chocolate like nuggets almost like.
No,
So
they're
they come in a normal tube like a normal chocolate bar, but they're cubes.
yeah, they're squares.
And,
Like
yeah.
similar to a Rolo, but square.
Right, and with
Yeah,
biscuits.
but not just caramel, but it's got a small little biscuit inside it.
Oh, mate, they're amazing.
wonder-
And they're called Munchies.
I wonder if they have them here, and that's like because I feel like they sound really familiar, and I might have seen them like walking through the candy aisle or something. But no, they're like, it's just I don't know. I don't know if they're here. I'd have to
Amazing.
look.
She places them all on the cake.
Cap, do you like Twinkies?
I love Twinkies. Yeah.
Okay, they're big over there.
So
We get things like that here, but they're not popular like they are in the US.
So the thing is about Twinkies is that I don't know. Some people like start out just loving them.
They're
right?
fake as shit.
The thing is, it's not about what it's like. Most people don't just eat the regular Twinkie. Like some people, yeah, they'll just rip it out and they'll just eat it. The thing is, most people see, yeah, like I do love me some Twinkies, but there's a reason I like Twinkies, and it's after Zombieland. Remember Zombieland, like that with
fucking Twinkies.
the Twinkies. So literally, I had never wanted a Twinkie before I watched that movie, and then the way his determination to get a Twinkie, I was like, I can literally go get one, and I'd feel a whole. And I did, and for some reason, that's when I started liking them. But the best thing to do with a Twinkie, and this is I don't know if you guys are like, do you guys fry a lot of your snack
Oh
foods?
my god.
Have
They
you ever
do,
had
they
a
do.
fried
They
fucking
actually
Twinkie?
they do. I've seen that happen in pubs
Oh
here,
yeah.
where they will fry Mars bars
Oh
and
man.
also what's
That's the
the
best shit.
cream eggs as well. They put them in a
Canterbury eggs?
batter. They put them in a batter and then they deep fry them, and then of course then congratulations, diabetes.
Yeah. No. It's perfect.
It
goes perfect. It goes perfect with your
That's why
sweet
both
tea.
of our countries are supremely obese.
That's why we're the number 1 and 2 slots, I think.
Probably. Yeah.
But
Australia
but
and-
I love fried Twinkies, but my favorite fried dessert is fried Oreos.
Fried.
I've never had any
fried
kind of thing
Oreos.
like that fried.
Right, deep fried or shallow fried, pan fried, what?
Deep, like you pan fried, I think. Pan fried.
Not deep
So
fried.
just a little
You
shallow
can do
oil.
it both, but like you can do it that way. But usually people do it both ways. It just depends on what you have to cook with. Like if I had a deep fryer with grease, I would dip it in that. I'd batter, do all that, dip it. It's delicious.
So you put it in a flour and water or flour
Yeah.
and milk batter.
yeah, flour, milk, and stuff like that, and then you go ahead and fry it.
The closest
And
thing
put out-
I've ever seen, well, the closest thing to that, actually, funny enough, is a thing in our shop, and it's called deep fried Twinkies. Can you remember that? Cream Twinkies.
I do remember that.
Is that a flavor?
Yeah, it smelled this.
I was gonna say it's probably super disgusting because it's not the real thing.
It's not at all.
It's like watermelon, artificial watermelon. I hate artificial watermelon. It has to be real watermelon cut right from a watermelon.
Yeah. Do you know what put me off mangoes?
What?
Mango flavored vape juice.
Really?
Because I feel like they just all taste artificial. And just
A lot of them do. But mangoes are so good.
I love mangoes. I love mango juice. I love mango flavored drinks. But mango vape juice makes me
Yeah,
feel
it's my favorite fruit.
Mango?
Yeah, mangoes. They're just.
I love it.
You can, especially because I make milkshakes out of them as well, and it's absolutely delicious. Add a bit of ice cream in there, put the cream in, put the milk
Oh,
in.
look, mango lassi.
That's with yogurt, and that's nice too. But I prefer just a normal, especially and then put in some ice cubes when you crush it.
Ah.
In the summer, it's just
basically a recipe that Jay cannot follow.
No.
See, are mangoes supposed to be sweet?
They should be. They
Yeah.
should
They
be. It
should
depends
be?
they're a seasonal thing, but most of the year when you get them here, they tend to be more tangy and sour. But they should be sweet. But yeah, when they're perfect. Do you know what, guys? I'm going to bring it into the store. I'm going to make some milkshake and bring it in.
I can't drink it unless you make it with almond milk.
Oh, okay. We'll do that.
I'll try it. Don't get them mixed up though.
Milk
But
as
do you know what? Going back to mangoes, my dog actually eats mango.
Really?
She loves it, mate. Seriously,
Little treat.
she loves it. Fresh mango.
Mango.
So if I'm in the kitchen, I fucking struggle taking that stone off and getting all the
What, firm pieces, or you get the soft mangoes?
no,
don't you?
like cut straight from a mango. If I'm cutting it and I'm eating it, like she sits there and waits for a bit. And when I give it to her, she loves it. She takes it to her bed.
Does she eat other fruits as well?
Blueberries, I think, and that's it.
That was the best face thing I've ever.
She loves it, mate.
Okay, funny.
It's amazing.
Oh, you threw me off. I don't know what I was thinking after I was thinking something and I was gonna bring it up, and then I saw your face, and then I just lost it.
We always end up talking about food.
Welcome to Bantersation.
We always talk about food.
Do you know, I'm a big foodie myself. I'm a big foodie myself, as Jay and Dan probably know by now. But I have to ask you a question, Cav.
What's up?
Jay doesn't know what a hoagie is.
A hoagie?
So this is your time to
shine.
shed some light on it.
It's a big old sandwich. It's a long sandwich.
Basically what a Philly cheesesteak would be in. Kind of.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, Philly cheesesteak is specific because it's Philly cheesesteak. But
hoagies, hoagies are they originated from Philly, or are they
like Philly cheesesteaks are? Yeah, that's what Philly cheesesteaks. But like
so a sub.
It's a bit like a sub.
I thought the hoagie was just the bread.
Sub.
It's like a big sub, and they put a lot of beef in there, steak beef.
It's just filled with stuffed full of meat and.
Jay, you'd love it.
You'd really love it. Put some hot sauce on that hoe.
Steak, beef, onions, and guess it's just oozing with cheese as well.
Do you know what I'm thinking of right now in my mind? A salt beef sandwich with gherkins and piccalilli.
You had a Subway today, and I was thinking, if you wanted to get something next closest thing to a hoagie, it's the steak one they've got.
The steak and cheese melt.
Yeah, that's the next closest thing. And then you can ask them to put the pickles in there, or jalapenos if you wanted to.
Yeah, I had jalapenos today, bro.
Dude, I nearly put jalapenos on any sandwich I get. I have to.
I've always got a jar in the fridge.
Yeah.
When there's jalapenos in my food, I have to put them in the bin.
You're such a pussy! Come on, man. Do you know what we've never done this week? And I do blame it a little bit on myself, because we said last week that we was going to do the hot sauce challenge. Oh! He's got some.
I was ready. I texted Dan earlier, and I was like, "Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
Yo, bro.
Damn right he never replied.
He said,
I did.
we're going to do it next episode."
I was watching Man vs. Food not long ago. There's an episode in there where he's eating, in Texas, he's eating devil's blood wings.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
And
I can't, if I did that, I'd probably die.
They were just making people go, and that was enough. Burn.
Sounds like
there was a competition to see. They are basically the hottest sauce you could get, and they They make the wings inside that.
Really?
Yeah, they put it in like they have this special container that they mix it all in, and it's full. It's got older mixes and stuff in it. Like they never change it. It's this, and they shake it around in it, and it's super hot. Like you look at that stuff, and it looks like it looks like death. It's and he cries. He like runs. He like curses. He runs out into the alleyway and like pours like milk all over him. I mean, it's bad.
I find if I'm gonna embark on eating something super spicy,
Yeah.
I try to make sure I've got some lemon slice nearby. I'm telling you, that's an instant relief.
What, lemon slice?
Lemons.
Yeah, like if you have a lemon and you just sort of bite onto it and just suck on that lemon,
Is it because
Yeah.
of the sourness, do you think?
it will. Sorry.
Is it because of the sourness, do you think?
Yeah, I think it's kind of like an acids and alkalis kind of reaction. It
Ah,
kind of just
yeah, sure
neutralizes
enough.
it.
Some sort of
Neutralizes
neutralizes
Yeah, it
So that's one.
that milk and bread and lemon slices. Those are the three things that help. Because the lemon slices, you're gonna immediately feel the acidicness on your tongue, and it's gonna be all over.
That
So
reminds
yeah,
me.
it's...
You sabotaged me the other day, Jay.
No one ever.
Yeah, you did.
No one ever.
You
No, I
definitely.
never.
No,
There's this chicken shop called
I
Grill.
swear.
Yeah, I'm not calling you out, Grill. I love your food. But Jay went there to get some lunch for us. And I always get the lemon and herb because
You're a
as we
pussy?
established, I'm a pussy. So I need the lemon and herb. It wasn't lemon and herb when Jay went and got it. And I think Jay just wanted something hotter, but just wanted to hurt me.
Not even. I promise you.
That's what I think.
I promise you.
I'm not happy about it. And
Are you suspecting he did it so that you don't ask him to ever bring anything back again?
the thing is, I paid for it. So
Oh, that's what hurts more, doesn't it?
yeah,
Right, like, now, can I defend myself?
no.
Defense.
Your Honour, people of the jury, please. Right, so, what did the receipt say, Dan? Truthfully.
People get stuff wrong. They could go beep lemon and herb on the machine, and then the bloke goes, "Oh, I'm making medium." He could make the mistake.
What,
Just 'cause it's-
wasn't my mistake then, was it? I asked for lemon and herb. They put lemon and herb on the receipt.
I reckon you said, "I want a medium," but make the receipt say lemon and herb.
Can't do that. Goes through the till.
Okay. I have what I think. So I've heard both sides. I have what I think what happened. So Jay went and got it, but he slipped him a 5
No,
and was like, "Hey, change that shit.
not
I
even.
need him to be, squirting fire here in a few hours."
Not even. But the thing is, he struggled a bit, but he did eat it. I give him his
The
dues.
thing is,
he did
their
eat
food
it.
is so good. It wasn't overly spicy for me. I could eat that again.
It was spicy.
It was spicy, and I was like, at the end, but I loved it. I enjoyed it still. But I would have probably enjoyed the lemon and herb.
Oh, coming through from like the milk, the lemon, and the bread to help cool it down. Fries also worked for you, didn't
Fries
they, Dan?
work. Yeah, they do.
So I did bring this, and
How many
it's got five flames, so it's hot. It's ghost pepper. If you guys did not know, it's ghost
I've eaten
pepper.
a whole ghost pepper.
Wait,
How fast
whoa,
you spit it out?
Shut the front door. No, you never.
I fucking did.
What, the man that does this to Frank's?
I did it as a challenge. I went through 8 pints of milk, and I was on the toilet for 2 days. We've already discussed this on episode 2. It was like the size of that size of the end of my thumb, pretty much.
I can't remember that far back. I've had too many Nick salts since then.
Did you win anything from that challenge?
No,
anything
there
like
was just 4 of us.
It was literally a gentleman's bet, and he won nothing. He got no money. He got no date from a girl. He got nothing.
So there was no hot girl at stake?
He wasn't defending anybody's honor. He was literally just shitting to shit.
Oh,
pretty much, yeah.
Right.
And I did spend 2 days on the toilet. So
Go on.
speaking of people that can't handle spice, so a long time ago, I used to work for Nando's, Peri Peri Chicken. I don't
Lovely
know,
food
do
place.
they have Nando's in US?
I don't. It does not sound familiar at all.
It's
I'm in the south, so that's where all the chicken restaurants are.
Okay, so yeah, it's a peri peri chicken, quite popular in the UK. But when I used to work there, I used to be one of the grillers, so I used to grill those chickens, and there would be guys that would be on dates that would come over and say, and just before you serve it, what we normally do is we stick in a toothpick into the chicken with a label on it marking how hot it is, because everyone had a different hotness they wanted, or a different flavor: lemon and herb, mango and lime, extra hot, mild, medium. So guys would actually come over and say, could you make mine a medium, but could you put an extra hot label on the toothpick so that my date thinks I can handle it?
Wow.
I said, I'll do that, but good luck when she shows you up and tries your chicken as well.
Yeah.
But it's been done. I was like, wow.
Oh, no. Oh my goodness.
Now, what I would have done is just made it extra hot and just put the medium label on it. There you go, son.
I wish if they had asked me before, then I probably would have done that. But just to kind of get some entertainment. But yeah, it does happen.
I would have just made them have the hot, and then they would have just lived with, and then just been super embarrassed. Yeah, just be a man, dude. You'll be fine.
So,
You
come
won't
on.
get any tonight because you're gonna be on the toilet, but you're gonna be fine.
Cap, tell me about that sauce you've got.
So this sauce, the reason I had brought it up. So the last like 2 or 3 days, I've been sick. I've got congestion, headaches, all that stuff. Well, my nose has been stopped up. So the best way to clear your nose, besides taking a shower and getting the steam, is eating hot sauce, or at least it is for me. When I put this on a bunch of my chicken the last like 2 nights, and it's cleared me up real fast while I'm eating it. I mean, it's pretty hot, but clears me up, and that's why I've got this on my desk.
Has it got a Scoville count on it?
I don't think it's got a Scoville count, unless
It must have on the back.
My nose would just be running. It wouldn't be clear.
Imagine.
allergy information. Nope.
I'm not going to snort it.
No, all coming down.
Oh. Do a spoonful now.
Do a spoonful now.
A spoonful?
Do a spoonful, Cap.
Oh.
This always unblocks my nose.
Sudafed? Oh, Sudafed.
Hashtag not sponsored by Sudafed.
Yeah, sorry.
All that hot sauce.
It's the best, guys.
It's instant, just do it like a couple of minutes after you're breathing again.
I bet you just poured that directly down your throat, didn't you?
No, I put it on my tongue.
Don't believe you.
I put it on my tongue.
Pour the rest down your throat.
Do you know?
This has
Straight for the
71
drink.
servings in it. No way.
Straight for the drink. Look. Oh,
Yeah, desperate for it.
do you know what clears my throat?
Desperate. It's not. It's Dr. Pepper. It's gonna make it worse.
A menthol vape. Super strong menthol.
Hashtag not sponsored by menthol vapes.
Hashtag menthol's bad for you.
No, it's not. What are you going on
Hashtag
about?
fuck off.
Hashtag fuck. Explain to me why it's bad then, or it's not bad.
Why is it? Explain to me why it is.
Fuck if I know. I'm trying to learn.
Why?
This is a conversation for another time.
Oh, okay.
And another, I don't know.
So
Another
Dan,
dimension.
so what's next on the docket, boys?
Cap, you have not told us about your week.
You're right. We kind of just blew through a lot of time on food again.
Again.
So
Yes.
you're right. We didn't even got to me. So basically, okay. So I already said part of my week. Okay. So earlier this week I was sick. So literally this morning, I'm trying to get over it. So last night I had takeout, and it was a bad idea because this morning I woke up with my stomach was just turning, and this is like 3 a.m.
What was the takeout?
Panda Express. And the thing is, I'm okay with Panda Express. I've ate it plenty of times in the past. I've loved Panda Express. This time, for some reason, it was just hurting my stomach. So I get up, 3 a.m. What's up?
For the UK people, that's a Chinese restaurant.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well,
Don't know.
my bad. I thought it's such a big chain. I thought it was all over the place. Anyways, sorry. Panda Express, Chinese takeout. I eat it. I wake up, hurting stomach, 3 a.m. And as I'm starting to, I've still got this cough. I haven't coughed yet, I don't think, but because it's going away. But I've been coughing for the most part. and I was mid cough. I was taking a shit mid cough. All of a sudden, vomit just comes out.
Wow.
I'm like,
I
some of
hate
it
you
goes
right
off.
now.
I'm telling you, it's a fucking, it's disgusting.
Well,
From
yeah,
this-
you've just made me imagine you sitting on the shitter doing the shit. I hate you right now.
I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, it's real graphic.
Well, I
But
thought this was gastroenteritis. Yeah, because I've had it before, and when I told my uncle about it, he made fun of me. He said, "Are you Egyptian?" I go, "What do you mean?" He said, I said, "You're making fun of my pain. I'm shitting and vomiting at the same time." He goes, "Yeah, you're Egyptian."
And for those of you that are listening via a podcast stream, Ali is actually making the Egyptian movement with his arm, one behind, one in front. So vomit at the back, vomit at the front, poopy at the back.
Just laughing at my own suffering.
Just it was, and literally like some of it got on my basketball shorts, so that was good. And I didn't really have to clean up a whole lot. I was like, just I'll wash those later, throw them aside. But like, I immediately had that trash can right there, so like, it was pretty spot on. But man, I had a rough morning. I went right back to bed and I was fine for the next hour until I had to get up. It was
Yeah, it's good you didn't have to rush off anywhere.
Yeah, I'd already gotten rid of it.
Wow.
Well, that's basically the craziest thing that happened this week for me, besides being sick.
I think you win.
Yeah, probably.
Without a doubt.
Definitely more exciting than my week.
Oh, so. Well, if we're going on about weeks, we've got to ask the guest what his week's been like.
Yeah, Brian, where you been?
Yeah, so my week's been a mixture of things, actually. Been doing a few things. One is I'm looking for a new job, so I was talking to different companies. One interesting one was a company that had recently rejected me after 3 hours of interviewing, only to then call me again this week. This time a different person from that company. He has no idea that I've already interviewed with them. And he's asking me and telling me everything about the company all over again for about 45 minutes. And then at the end, I said to him, just to let you know, I have been interviewed for this role already. So I was trying to say, why is this not already on your system? If you should already have these things recorded. But it was interesting. He said, no problem. This is a different kind of thing. And I think he felt a little bit like, oh, we should have been.
Realized, do you think he may have been making that up to make himself sound less foolish?
Yes.
Yeah. That sounds exactly what
I think because I noticed in his tone, I definitely realized, okay, because what I was trying to do is I was trying to see how soon they would be able to pick up on this goof. And it didn't ever get picked up until the reason I came out with it to let him know is because he came across so well. I didn't want to be a creep and say, and just keep it quiet. I thought, let me just come out with the truth to him. But I just wanted to sort of see what their process is like. The fact that they had to speak to me all over again without any record of me having been through their process before was quite funny. But just been talking to other companies and stuff. But you see, back in the other thing I've been doing is since March, Cap, I got back into gaming after nearly 10 years out.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I got myself a PlayStation and I did that back in March. And hey, there was a good deal.
I was waiting to hear Xbox, but you didn't say that. So
I know.
I'm a little sad.
There was a good deal. They were selling it with Red Dead Redemption
We
2.
can all be friends. It
I was
doesn't
about to
matter.
say, Dan does have a hard on for Sony and PlayStation.
Let's be friends.
I
No,
know,
fuck
I
off.
know.
Friends, they're all
Ever
friends.
since the
Do you know,
Spider-Man situation, fuck
Cap,
Sony.
I tried to make it better by telling them that I bought Overwatch, and then they said, "Oh, but we play it on PC."
I bought Overwatch day one on Xbox, and so I played it for a little bit. No, I had no friends, but I had friends on PlayStation, so I was like, okay, well, I'll sell my Xbox copy, and then I got the PlayStation copy, and that's what I've played. I've put in fucking. I have over 400 hours with Mercy, like one character.
Wow.
Like it's kind of ridiculous. I'm kind of a pro Mercy, not really pro.
Do you know when you sit there and look at the stats? Do you think, oh my god, I've wasted so much of my fucking life?
How many
So
days
I
is
literally
400 hours?
For how many what? How many days?
400 hours.
24 hours in a day.
Yeah,
divided by
divided by
400.
24.
My maths doesn't exist.
I don't know math, so
Okay. Let's
somebody
just
could whip that up real quick. But
Yeah.
pull that shit up, Jamie.
We need a Jamie.
We need a Jamie. But anyways, so like speaking of, have I ever thought of that? I was actually in a college class, like last year and a half, whatever. And I had told my teacher, that hot sauce is starting to get to me now, guys. I'm sorry. So I had told my teacher, he was like, say something that some useless thing that you think that you've done. And I was like, I put in this many hours in Overwatch, and I was like, hey, I've done this. And he was like, if you do the math on that, and he did the math like right in the middle of class, he shut my shit down real fast.
Well, it's about 33 days if you do 12 hours a day.
33 days. So 33 days is Mercy as a whole, a span across 3 years. Because I stopped playing periodically after like the third year. I was like, well, everybody's kind of really toxic now, and I don't want to play. And then
That's like
24 hours a week for the last. Is it? Am I maths right? No.
horrendously wrong.
How many days? 33 days over the last 3 years.
Yeah.
That's like an hour. No, one full day a month. 24 hours.
No, I mean, like, I was in college. I was in a part-time job, so I literally, and my girlfriend my wife, my current girlfriend, who was my girlfriend, now my wife.
Girlfriend, now wife.
Yeah, then girlfriend, now wife. I love you, Jen.
Congratulations, by the way.
Big up, Jen.
Thank you.
Because it's not in fashion these days, so it's nice to see people still getting married.
Well, yeah, we're a non-traditional couple, though. Anyways, Overwatch. We can't get distracted by my wife. She's very beautiful. It's okay, guys. I understand. But no, so I played Overwatch so much. I mean, I played it 8 hours, 9 hours straight. Like Dan used to play Destiny, and I mean, he used to play how many hours of Destiny at a time sometimes?
1,000 hours in Destiny 1.
So a lot of fucking time on Destiny, and I put a lot of time on Overwatch because I really liked Overwatch.
I literally played 10 hours a day for 3 years.
What?
I don't think I've ever sat on more than 5 hours on a game, and that was Uncharted 4.
Uncharted 4 is really good.
I was just so
really
hooked on the story. I was so hooked on the story, and
yeah, all the Uncharted series.
And Red Dead
Overwatch
2. Red Dead Redemption 2, that hooked me as well. I was just so like, wow, what's going to happen next?
Dan still hasn't finished the story, so he just knows nothing.
I've watched all the possible outcomes.
I don't care if you've watched them. You haven't experienced them.
I've watched endings to some games and then still wanted to play them.
Don't get me wrong, I do want to play it, but I was also very conscious of the fact that I was on chapter 2 when everyone else was finishing it, and I was just like, oh.
But there's so much that happens in between that you'll be delighted by when you experience
Ali used to come in on a weekend, sit down, say, I've been playing Red Dead, and he'll go through and tell me the storyline that he's been playing as if it was actually him and it happened to him in real life, and I'm like, wow.
I used to walk into the store and like reach for the skies.
So in Red Dead 2, I played the total villain. I mean, I went full on. I was slaughtering people in towns. I
couldn't do it. My heart isn't like that. Every time someone asked for help, I would get off my horse, and then one fucking bitch said, "Got you now, sucker!" And then two guys come out from the back to try and rob me, and then I turned on my dead eye. I was like, dead eye, bitch. I was like, that's what you get for pretend. And that was scary, I did that in the middle of the night, got off my horse to help her because I thought, oh, well, horse is dead. Poor one. She shot that horse, the bitch.
I would literally go into towns, kill innocents just to get the sheriffs and mounties to chase me, and I would run all across the one. What was my one bounty? I had like a $2,000 bounty in one area. And then I moved to the next area, and until I racked up just a massive.
Couldn't go anywhere. Couldn't
go anywhere without somebody chasing me, and it was so much fun because then you're just like you're the outlaw.
Always on your toes.
It's so funny. You go into a barber shop or you go into a saloon, and they say, "We don't serve your kind around here." You're not welcome anywhere.
Yeah, because they just hate you. It's wonderful.
That's one thing I did love about that game is that people's opinions towards you changed based on how you acted and what you did. Like if you didn't wash, people
Yeah,
would be
your
like,
hygiene and that. I've never played it, but
I
I've heard
used
so
to
much
I used to
about it.
take Arthur for baths just so that when I step out, how you doing, handsome?
How you doing,
How
handsome?
you
Fresh
doing,
haircuts,
handsome?
fresh
Where are
shave.
you going?
Where you going, handsome?
The only
No,
time
It's a
did-
very, very stunning game, though, I have to say.
it took me like a little bit into the game to realize that the facial hair graphic actually it actually grows. I didn't know that until like about the game because I didn't really wanted to look up. I just wanted to be surprised when I played it. And like I was like, why is he just looks different now? Why is he looking? And then it's because I thought that was super cool. I don't think I've ever made him take a bath. So
I watched a few people with their ending plays, and I thought, goodness me, they never changed his clothes. And I thought his hair is just slopping to the side. I could see head lice and dandruff falling out of it, and I just thought, wow, these people really didn't care for this guy, did they? I took him for the most trendiest haircuts all the time, kept him looking trim. That's why I think I was more devastated at the end of the game. But I thought, what about all of that? You know.
So funny story about Red. Have you played Red Dead Online? Any of that?
Not yet. I keep hearing it's in beta mode, and
it's fully out now.
Okay. Is it good?
I really enjoy it because people have started to be less dickish. I mean, you're going to get into certain dickish lobbies, but usually if you have one other person with you, people tend to leave you alone for the most part. Mm-hmm. So like in the game, you know how like you heal yourself through like eating stuff and stuff like that. Yeah, Dan's about to get shat on real hard. So Dan,
the reason I stopped playing Red Dead Online.
The reason he stopped playing Red Dead Online is because he was like, oh yeah, if you eat food, you're gonna stay healthy. That's how you do it. That you eat food. No, when you eat food, your character gets really, really fat. And Dan's character, one day I was like, Dan, your character looks a little funny. And he goes, what the fuck? My character's fat. And he's got this huge
and he was fat.
So we told it. I was like, dude, you have to run around to get that off. So he starts running around whatever town we were in. Valentine. So he just starts running around the entire town of Valentine. He's like, it's not fucking working. I'm not playing anymore.
At one stage, right, I Googled how to make your player lose weight in Red Dead Online. And basically they were just saying it's just a time thing. Either just don't eat, but you have to still put time
to play.
He doesn't just lose weight when you're offline. You have to be playing for hours, not eating, for him to lose weight. Or you can run, but you have to like run for half an hour at a time. And if you stop running before half an hour's up, you don't lose any weight. So you have to literally run for half an hour. And in that game at the time, the lobbies were just full of dickheads who would just shoot.
Full of assholes.
So I'll be running for about 10 minutes, get shot, have to start again. And at one point I did it once and I saw there's like a little symbol with a weight symbol going down. I'd lost a bit, but it didn't change how he looked. I needed to do that loads of times.
Yeah. It took it was like 30 minutes straight you tried doing it and it didn't that little bit. It was longer than 30? Oh man.
I tried it.
Jay, do you ever play these story mode games?
I have played story mode games. I've played story mode games like Fable 2.
Fable 2. Love those games.
Anything like Assassin's Creed maybe? Or
I played what was that other one? What was the one where you had to join the Brotherhood and
Assassin's Creed Brotherhood?
No. It was something else.
Was it GTA?
No. I played GTA.
I'm trying to think of what Brotherhood is it Fallout?
No, it was I'm sure it could have been like a Fable or
Ghost Recon,
Oblivion or something like that.
Far Cry?
No. The Dark Brotherhood,
Skyrim, that's the one.
Skyrim.
Yeah, I've played Skyrim. That's good.
I was going to say that's the only game that I've ever been a dickhead on purpose in is Skyrim. Because the only reason is because one of the trophies on PlayStation was to get a 2,000 gold bounty in every single city. So I just went around murdering for a little while.
Being a dick.
Yeah.
Oh, those choices. I love choice games.
I'm
Fable.
Was Fable choice based? I didn't even know that.
Well, it's choice by you could be evil and it would change how you look. Like there's like a good good side, just like in Red Dead. There's a good side and an evil side. And so the more you try to keep it in the middle, but the more you do for one thing, it's going to go over here. You're going to grow horns. If
Oh,
you're
wow.
all the way to this, you'll get a halo and some wings.
I'm sure when you was walking past people, they had like a little bubble near them, just so you could see their opinion. If it was a frowny face, they didn't like you. If it was a smiley face, they liked you. And
Fable 1 was a great game. Fable 2, I think, is even better because they added guns.
Yeah.
And so,
You could buy a
like, the
house
story was just good too. I mean, I loved the Fable games. Absolutely
Amazing.
loved them. 3
Are these PC games again?
Yeah.
I think you can get them on PC,
You
but
can,
I know
yeah.
they're on Xbox.
Hmm.
I don't think.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Are they on PlayStation?
I had Fable 3 on Xbox 360, I want to say.
Original Xbox, I know for sure is the first Fable game, and the second Fable game is both on the original Xbox.
I don't know nothing about Shit Station.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We're all friends here.
Cap, have you played Quantum Break? I think it is.
Quantum. Is it like the new one?
Kind of, yeah. It was made by Microsoft just for Xbox and PC.
I don't think I have. I think I have some friends that had, but I'm trying to think. I don't think I have.
Gives you the ability to warp time even during fights.
See, that sounds cool. I like stuff like that.
It's pretty
too.
funky. It's played by the guy that played the ice guy from the X-Men films.
Oh yeah. I don't know his name, but yeah, no, I know. I know his face.
I always say the one that turns the ice.
It's Bobby.
The one that turns it into an ice rose.
Yeah.
To impress, what's her name?
Rogue.
Rogue, yeah. A rose for Rogue.
Yep.
So, yeah.
How, Ali, how were you like MCU stuff, comic books?
You know, I'm like Jay when it comes to comics. The comics I used to read were like the Beano books, or like, you know, I used to read Tintin.
Desperate Dan.
Okay.
Yeah, Desperate Dan, Dennis the Menace. A long time ago, I owned like a really old edition of Superman.
Yeah,
that was interesting. But I've never kind of followed because I've always just thought, hey, I can watch cartoons, I can watch movies, and I just follow those.
Yeah, like I'm a comic book collector, and I mean I have pop culture stuff. All that's a Fallout helmet. These are Lucille from Walking Dead. I got a bunch of stuff. This comic right here, you can't really see it. It's this one right here.
Looks like a Hulk.
Is the first appearance of Wolverine. It's a real nice book.
Is he young and?
It's like the first time he ever. It's like a 1971 comic book.
So the first time anyone would have ever heard of.
And it's the first time he ever was on he was ever mentioned in comic books.
I mean, from my side, obviously there was an X-Men cartoon I used to watch when I was young. It was
X-Men animated series.
Was it on Nickelodeon? I think it was, or yeah,
probably something.
But then when I watched the first movie when they made it in 2000,
yeah,
Hugh Jackman's entrance when he's in that cage fight, that was amazing.
So
and
good.
he's just smoking at the same time.
Dude like just punches him in the head and like breaks his knuckles.
Next, and it's like wow, it's just amazing. I thought it was pretty. It was quite stunning the way they made his blades, his claws. But it was funny though when the Wolverine film came out, I thought his claws looked awful.
The CGI ones.
They looked way too, and the way he's doing this, going. I thought, okay, could those sparks look any worse? It was just awful.
They looked too clean. If that makes sense.
In the first two films, I think the third film too, they actually had the prosthetic. Like it was like he actually had claws that he like. It's like a brass knuckles. You put it here.
Like slides through his fingers,
out.
kind of.
Yeah, he actually because there's a bunch of like behind the scenes pictures, and he's got the claws. He's walking around with them.
Mm-hmm. Loved it. Loved the
good
character.
old Hugh.
Good old Hugh. You can't knock Hugh.
Can't go wrong with him, man.
Replace him.
I don't know, man. I don't know who can replace him. It's got to be somebody we don't know, so we don't have.
We know who it is, don't we, Dan?
That's whoever.
No, we don't.
Okay, it's going to be. If I'm correct in saying.
Spoiler alert.
Okay,
it's not
ready?
Really a spoiler.
Is it okay?
It's a guess. It's definitely a guess.
It's Damn, I've forgotten his name. The
Don't
Kingsman.
Yeah, it's not. That's
Taylor Eggert or whatever his name is.
Oh yeah,
they're considering him for it, but
okay,
not confirmed.
Well, I was kind of hoping it'd be someone who looked a bit more gruffy and.
See, they were considering Kit Harington, or Jon Snow from Game of Thrones, but he's now been confirmed in.
As the Black Knight.
So
he's in the Eternals. He's going to be in the Eternals.
So
that's sort of a spoiler, not really.
So who would you like to see as the next Wolverine?
See, Dan and I have talked about this for like We talk about this all the time, and anytime we see fan picks, I'll send something like this guy's opinion sucks. Sorry, people. Uh, if, I'm pretty specific about who I want to be in certain roles, but with Wolverine, I think since we have to fill Hugh Jackman's shoes, I think it needs to be somebody we have no expectations. Like, so I can't even tell you who their name is. I think that's the better choice.
The person I would say who looks the part, I can't speak for their acting. Obviously, no one is going to match up to Hugh Jackman. No one ever
Look at
will.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Fuck off.
You're a fucking wizard, Harry.
Scott Eastwood.
You're a Wolverine, Harry.
Scott Eastwood looks the part. When people have like made him up and edited the pictures to kind of make him look like Wolverine, he looks the part. But that's about all we can say.
I don't mind.
What's a Sharpie and two biros?
I'll jump in. Don't worry.
Everything's under control. Stop hitting me! It gets tiring after a while.
It's gonna be. I mean, it'll be about 10 years until we see X-Men in the MCU. It's gonna be a while.
That, to be honest, like I kind of want Hugh Jackman to leave my mind as Wolverine, because if they were to like say,
it's gotta be
new X-Men remake movies coming next year, I'd be upset.
It's like with Batman, Batfleck.
Robert Pattinson.
Well, Batfleck. Well, I mean, yeah, we have now Robert Pattinson, but they keep casting different Batmans. Like
This is DC's problem. They need to just scrap everything. So forget Wonder Woman, forget Aquaman, forget Batman, forget everything we've recently released, Justice League, all of that. Start with this new Joker. Just completely put a new spin on it. Completely redesign everything.
Start rebuilding.
Yeah, just
universe.
build from the ground up. Sign people to 10-year contracts like they did with Robert Downey Jr. People who know they want to stick in that role, like Chris Hemsworth. He loves being Thor. That's all he ever wants. Well, not all he ever wants to do, but he said he'll do Thor for as long as he can. They need people like that.
For as long as he wants to keep staying hench.
Yeah,
and
much.
and super well paid.
Yeah, that's definitely a part of it.
Yeah, I mean,
for the first Thor film, he bulked up, obviously, because he needed to look like Thor, like you'd imagine Thor to look. And then he kept bulking up. They designed the suit for him, but he kept like lifting. And then when he first put the suit on, he was too big. He wouldn't fit in the suit. So they had to like delay filming for like months so he could lose some muscle mass and then fit back into the suit.
Fucking loser.
Jay, what did you think of the Joker trailer?
Interesting. I think it's going to be good. Like, because now you're getting to see a different side of, like, you've seen Joker things before, but this is like how he became Joker, why he became bad. You see the bits in the trailer. The trailer gives off such a like a good story in a short amount of time. You know, with his mother and his upbringing and stuff like that. You see bits like that where he was kind of bullied and stuff like that, and you know that. I think that's going to be something to watch out for.
That's what I like about it. It's like a different Joker. This is what I was saying with Cap a little while ago, I think, is that with Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, even Jared Leto, they were all kind of the same style of Joker, even though people would probably shit on me for saying Jared Leto and Heath Ledger were the same. But they were the same kind of Joker, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, but Joker was Joker. That's the way that they had to be. Like, they had to play Joker as the Joker like that, where this looks like it's a whole spin. You're going to see now from when Joker was before a Joker as a person, and then you're going to see him grow into this new Joker
That's
going forward.
My huge problem with the Joker movie is that the Joker's origin revolves around Batman. Like, Batman lets go of the Joker into the vat of acid, and out comes the Joker. But there's no Batman.
Yeah.
But
It's literally like the Venom movie without Spider-Man.
How do you know there's no Batman?
Yeah, it's not been confirmed.
Okay, so hold on. Because it's Bruce. It's not. He's not old enough. This is supposedly where he's a child and Joker's growing into it, but he's not Batman.
Bruce is a child.
Yeah, Bruce is a child. In the first trailer, there's speculation that he's
I don't even
talking
remember
to
it being
Bruce.
mentioned in the trailer.
It's not mentioned. It's that there's a scene where he's like, there's a kid and they're in between a fence, and they're talking to each other.
Mm.
Oh,
And
so
it's a
people
little
are sort of
kid
saying
with
that's
black
Bruce.
hair that looks like Bruce. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
you see, at the end of Batman Begins was when they then introduced to him
It's the Jew.
that there is someone like you who likes wearing masks and he likes theatricality, running around. And that was when he was introduced to the character of Joker, but he wasn't, again, not involved in the creation of Joker.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the Nolan films are different. They're just solely the Nolan universe. It's not really following comic book origin, and it's not. I mean, and that's the way the Joker film is going to follow. It's not going to follow any sort of comic book origin. Which, like, I'm all for making new art. I'm all for it. It's just I'm more. I think Joaquin Phoenix is going to do great because he's a great actor.
Yeah.
I think the Joker portrayal is going to be wonderful. I'm just really upset because Joker says it all the time. Like, you know, you can't have one without the other. If Batman doesn't exist, Joker would cease to be himself. That's just their back and forth.
But maybe the new Batman's introduction will just make him sort of thrive.
Maybe I don't know. Like I want to be proven wrong.
Yeah,
when I see this movie.
I want DC.
I want to really enjoy this movie because I really like Joaquin Phoenix, and I think he looks great as Joker. I think he looks wonderful.
Yeah,
and he's got his laugh because I'm guessing you're talking about the second trailer, right? The drop because there's two trailers that have dropped for the Joker.
Oh, I've only seen one.
All right. Well, at the beginning of the second trailer, they're on a subway train. And he's making faces with a little kid, and the mom's like, "Hey, fucking quit that shit."
yeah, I remember that now.
Okay, so there's two trailers, and one dropped the other day. I figured that's the one you guys were talking about. You must be talking about the first trailer.
The most recent one is.
I don't know.
That's what I was buzzing about.
Yeah, did it start with them on a subway train?
I can't remember.
No,
he's on like a bus, and then the woman says, "Don't talk to my child."
Yeah, it's a subway. Yeah, he and I are on the same page.
Okay.
We need Jay to watch this. Then we're gonna have to.
I watched
get Jay
one.
to watch this next one.
You
watched one, but
all I know is he just kept getting beat up.
Yeah, he does.
Where he was.
The first trailer is a little bit. It makes you feel more for the Joker, instead of it being like, oh, it's for a movie. I don't know. It's a theatric. I don't know. It's different. They have different tones to them, to the trailers.
Well, we'll see how it pans out.
But I'm really excited.
I'm sure it'll be much better than Suicide Squad.
Fucking hell. So, okay, I was really amped up about Suicide Squad too. I was so excited. I thought Leto was gonna knock it out of the park.
Did you?
I had full confidence in him.
Oof.
And he let me down.
Even in it.
He was. They actually cut a
Cool.
shit ton of stuff. Like they actually cut a bunch of Joker.
Do you
out.
think they realized how shit he was, so they cut him out pretty much?
Well, they cut him out because it didn't fit the story, like the plot that they had set forward. Like they had, like if you watch the extended version of Suicide Squad, they have like all of that, the Joker and Harley stuff. It literally becomes half the movie's Joker and Harley and half of it's Suicide Squad. So it's two movies.
It was supposed to be following like Deadshot and Harley and Killer Croc and El Diablo and all those. So you can't really follow them and the Joker and like have them stories coinciding. Obviously, the Joker wasn't part of that little militia they formed.
My thing is DC does really like they can and they have, but it's in an animated film. So there's like DC has like a plethora of a bunch of really good animated films, and like they did The Killing Joke, it's really good. They've done Hush, it's really good. I mean, they've done classic lines. They've done this Suicide Squad movie where the Joker is also in it, and they're going back and forth. They can do it. It's just they're trying to throw that star power at you in a certain way instead of it focusing on the characters and specifically. Because, you know, that's what draws people into the films. Names like Robert Downey Jr., Tom Cruise. I mean, he's not in it, but, you know, big names.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. They've just got a lot of work to do to catch up.
To catch up with Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Looks like you're hotboxing over there, Jay.
No, man.
I see the haze just over there by your toys.
Hey, this is an early celebratory birthday.
Oh, well, yeah, it's getting real close. I mean, you're down to what midnight's in a few hours.
Yep.
And that's when you're over the hill for good.
I'll give you
Ca-
fucking over the hill, mate. Telling you.
Retirement soon, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Cab, I had a question for you.
What's up? I love questions.
Do you follow Major League Soccer?
I have recently because I love shit talking Dan. And that's the
If
only
for any reason, it's
You
just
should-
the
okay,
shit
okay.
talk on Dan.
Okay, so Women's World Cup. Dan and I were watching the same game at the same time, and I'm like, Dan, oh shit, we're kicking ass. Oh no. And
Was
then
this
all
the
of a
final?
sudden and then we get down to final. I'm like, Dan, and Dan just fucking won't reply to me. He fucking goes offline. He cancels. He won't reply to me because he's like, oh, you fucking loser.
Was this the England USA game?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this was that one. And then once we won, he was like, oh, well, I knew you were gonna win anyways because if you beat us, you could win. And I was like, well, everybody beats you, so.
Go fuck yourself, sir. Get out of this podcast now.
Hello, you gonna stand for that?
It's coming home, but not really.
I thought that was a bit of a tight game. There were opportunities.
It was okay. No, it was sick. That's why I was like, it got me really into it. Is because Dan and I were going back and forth, and like there was some really good blocks. I forgot the goalie's name, but she blocked and like 2 really good goals, and that's what won us the game. That was it. It was such a great
I
then
just
match.
realised you were talking about the USA England match.
Yeah, that
Yeah, I
The
thought you
one
were talking
that-
about the final the whole time.
It was
no.
yeah.
The that's what we were talking about. The London UK or the US
The
England
London
game.
UK game. yeah.
London UK game. Sorry, whatever. But no, it's really good. So I do sort of I still don't know the teams. I just know, I mean, I guess they're the countries. But I know Germany's really good. Go Germany. The US sucks. I mean, the US men's team sucks.
It's better than it was.
Yeah, they're not the worst.
They used to be.
I mean,
They
I
used to
didn't
be
say
like
I
if they
said
were in a
they
group,
suck.
nobody expected them to do anything. But they've really improved. Like, they're a lot better now.
I remember. I still remember watching the 2010 World Cup in South Africa, and we struggled against the USA.
Yeah.
We struggled.
Do you remember do you remember there was a game? I think it was 2000. Was it 2006? Where
European champion.
England, USA were playing, and then we conceded so early on because was it Green, the keeper that we had at the time?
Green.
Yeah, he just let in that absolute howler.
No,
Is
that's
that-
2010.
Oh, that
It was Clint
2010.
Dempsey, the US
That's
player.
it. That was Clint
Hit
Dempsey.
his gloves, and it just bounced out of his gloves and into
Oh
the goal.
god, that was such a howler. That was just before the Tic Tac advert came in, and
Yeah.
do you know randomly during the game, Cap, a Tic Tac commercial just got accidentally played during the game, and then as soon as the commercial ended and they backed out of it, there was a goal that we'd missed.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there was a goal
That
that was
sounds
missed.
terrible. That would never happen during the Super Bowl. Somebody would. Yeah, no,
Someone would die.
No.
somebody would die.
They
would
fucking
literally
cancel the
shoot
shows because of that.
them. Yeah.
That's why.
I can't believe, and I think that was the only goal of the game.
Mhm.
Yeah, probably.
And it only happened during a Tic Tac. It was the weirdest time to have a goal scored. Just when why did the Tic Tac commercial have to come up then? I thought, what?
Like, man. No, the people in the U.S. are starting to get more into soccer, mainly because, for one, the women's team is finally getting recognition because they're awesome and they should get higher pay. But Dan and I have different opinions.
Yes.
So
No,
that
I think
people are
they
starting to
should
really
get
look
higher pay if they're bringing in enough money.
That's the answer. I agree with that. If they are worth the higher pay, they should get the higher pay.
Because the reason
So-
the men's get paid
Yeah.
well is
People
because
aren't
they're
buying the
bringing in a lot of
tickets.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you think a footballer's worth what they get paid?
Of
No.
course not. So then that also supports the argument of why anyone else should be paid
Yeah.
as much.
No one should be on 250k a week.
Okay, what they should say is they should reduce the men's pay down to what the level of the women's pay is.
But
That's
obviously,
something I'll go
If
with.
they reduce the men's pay, a lot of the men's footballers would just say, "Fuck this! I've earned 10 million quid in the last 4 years."
Well, then what they should do, and if they did reduce it, then they should reduce ticket prices too, because since you're not paying as much anymore, you can afford to charge people less on tickets.
My opinion is the U.S. men's team, they may be getting better, but they're not as good as the women's team.
They're
They're
still-
not bringing home the gold. They're not winning the cup.
That's because of the level of competition is
No,
different.
I understand there's this level of competition and all that stuff, but the thing is they're what are they, like 20, 15 15 to 20 range, like the number of like how good they are, the ranking,
The world rankings. They're probably 15-ish area.
Yeah, they're in that. They're in the teens. So like, they need to drop their pay to make them work harder to get. That's. I mean, that's just.
That's the thing. They're too used to the money, and
They're too used to the money, but they're too comfy. They're not working their asses off.
They don't get paid for international football.
What do you mean?
No one earns a wage for international football. You choose to play for your country.
Yeah, you're representing.
Oh, so you're talking about
it's an honor. It's an honor to play for your country.
Yeah. Obviously, you still get sponsorships and shit like that, but you don't get a wage from the club, from the team, like you would a club team.
It just feels weird because the NFL players get paid. I'm just saying the NFL gets paid,
but that's not
every game.
That's not international.
I know it's not international. I'm just like, but when you're sport, something like that, you get paid.
But they're getting paid like
pride.
Say, for example, I don't know.
It's about pride,
right?
They
basketball, they play pretty much every other day, which is kind of insane, and they get paid for every game. Then when the Olympics are on, USA team obviously always win the Olympic gold medal for basketball. They don't get paid for that. They just want to become Olympians and Olympic champions because who wouldn't?
Okay.
It's that kind of
well,
they get that
Olympians,
opportunity to become an Olympic legend.
So would you put the Olympics on par with the Cup, even though we have Olympic games? So that's what I'm saying. So the World Cup, I feel
I'm just
like
comparing it with something that America win in terms of an international thing like the Olympics.
No, I get you, but yeah, like that. But like I feel like the Olympics is something like that's for your country. You don't get paid for that. For big games like that, like the Cup, big stuff like that, because I mean the Cup is the biggest thing in the world besides that's the biggest sport, right? That the entire world watches and all that stuff.
I'm sure they get some kind of win incentive probably.
But yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like they should get some money from it for risking a lot of their stuff because they can get hurt. People have gotten hurt like that. They'll
club managers hate sending their players on international duty because obviously that increases their risk of injury, and then they come back to club football
and they're out or in physio or
are now injured, so they can't play the important club games.
Which is where they earn the P's.
Yeah,
not just for themselves, but for the club.
And if the manager's team, like the manager of a Premier League team, loses because he hasn't got his star players, then he gets
penalised.
Yeah. But yeah, I watch it every now and then whenever Dan's like, oh, something big's happened. I'm like, okay, I'll get into it again. Let's watch it. Let's pay attention.
Well, you got another 2 years.
That's how most Americans are, as long as we're involved in something.
European Championships next year.
Are we important in that?
You're not involved in because you're not European.
European, mate.
I don't think
you're drinking too much hot sauce.
Okay. Here we go. So for the European thing, I will side with Germany.
Oh, that's because he used to be
our number one rivals.
Because he used to be an exchange student or something to do with that. That's what that is.
I've got a German flag right here.
Don't you have family in Germany or something?
I consider her family and her family my family. They're the shit. I love those guys.
I was really upset that you didn't have a longer layover in London.
I was really upset you didn't meet me at the airport.
Yeah,
when I was like, you could have literally arrived at Heathrow and been like, yo, oh, does Jay not know?
No,
probably not.
Oh, anyways, I was in London last year in October. And that would have been the first time.
Probably.
But we wouldn't have been able to have fucking come and see you anyway.
That's what I was saying. If you had like a 24-hour layover, then
you could have come out and went back in.
Well, we were at Heathrow for probably an hour and a half.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you was on that other side of security.
Yeah, and that's where it is. But
this whole thing is making me remember an article I read once. Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
Here's the headline. Dutch man waits 10 days in Chinese airport for girlfriend.
Oh, bless him.
41-year-old Alexander Pieterkerk flew to Hunan province's Changsha Huanghua International Airport from Holland in the hopes of meeting his 26-year-old love interest.
How old was this gentleman?
41.
He was 41. He waited 10 days.
You'll be 41.
He decided to fly to visit.
For those of you that didn't see, I stuck my middle finger up at Dan.
Sorry to interrupt,
I
Ali.
look forward to looking over at the recording. He decided to fly to visit. When he got there, no one had come to meet him. He refused to leave the airport for the next 10 days and was eventually taken to hospital suffering physical exhaustion. I don't know if that was from crying or just because of not
Just
eating much.
walking around and not sleeping.
Not sleeping for 10 days.
Yeah. And he was on TV, and the woman in question contacted the TV channel on which this was being broadcasted. She aired and she gave her sort of side of the story, saying that I just thought it was all a joke. I didn't know he was really going to come over. We had advanced our romantic relationship, but later he seemed a little callous towards me. One day he sent me a photo of air tickets abruptly, and I thought it was a joke. He didn't contact me later. Why would anyone do this? He was later hospitalized, and everyone at the airport staff, all the staff were trying to come and say, "Can we help you?" And he had actually spent all of his remaining savings to fly out there to meet this woman he had fallen for. And perhaps someone else said, "Doesn't he know that everything in China is fake?" And then someone else said, "Perhaps she did go to the airport, saw what he looked like, and promptly turned back around." These are really harsh comments.
Mean comments, yeah.
And here's a sympathetic one. Here's a guy taking a relationship seriously. Don't play around with his feelings. If you don't want him anymore, tell him so he can go home. But I think he had run out of money, so he couldn't even return back. But I do warn people about this all the time, again and again. I think it's dying down about these online blind
Catfishing.
Relationships. Yeah, there's a lot of them. And again, people are falling for it, you know. I mean, they either do it online or it happens to people. There was this story of, did you ever hear the story about the Jamaican runaway bride?
No. Inform me.
So there was this man who was about 61 years old in London, and he's gone out to Jamaica for a holiday, and he meets this 21-year-old Jamaican woman. I said 61, Jay.
No, he's pointing at me. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
He's a dickhead, 61, you prick.
Oh, my God.
So
happy birthday, Jay.
He goes to Jamaica. They have a wedding, and he's holding on to her, and even the photograph, Google it. He's holding on to her like, and the body language is already alarm bells. She could not be standing more at an angle in that own wedding photo. And he brings her back here to London, and she must have walked into his flat and went, and apparently she left the same day she landed. And then they found out after investigation, she already had a boyfriend in London waiting for her. This guy was the way in. So, you know.
That's not cool.
I mean, I keep trying to, like, you know, I really try to tell people, even relatives of mine who are looking for love and, you know, the kind of thing. And it's not too late, is it, Ali, you know, for me to... I'm like, yeah, it's good, but don't go to Tunisia and fall for one of those 21-year-old waiters. The amount of times I've seen a 70-plus, or I'm not going to discriminate, older age group, anything, who go out to the likes of Tunisia or Istanbul, Turkey, and there'll be a 21-year-old... There you go. Look at the body language. He is holding on for dear life.
You can see her neck.
Do you know, if these two were in the Titanic, he would not sink because he's holding on so well. And I just,
oh my goodness,
you know, I've read so many stories about people that go out to these countries and they think, oh, I just found the love of my life, and he's like 40 years younger. And like, you know, there was a woman, I've seen a documentary, the ladies, they will bring him back. Oh, I found him. He loves me for who I am. But all it is to just get into the country. It's for immigration. It's for even the financial
money.
security.
Yeah.
It's really sad and tragic when I see these stories, you know. But not ever will I ever let that happen. You know, the Jamaican runaway bride story. And neither would I ever want to go to an airport in a place I've never been to before. I mean, it's a sad thing when I see that, you know, people go to those lengths to, you know, to escape loneliness.
So you've heard it here first. Ali is catfish savvy.
Yes.
You cannot catfish this man.
I promise you, as you know, I don't wake up like this every morning. It takes quite a bit of work to make this happen. You know,
and we are near the end of the day.
I have to protect myself, you know, with some disguises just to avoid.
You have to take a right shield out and all sorts.
That man is hot sauce.
Full circle.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah,
and on that somber, slightly sad note,
Probably
time to wrap it up.
It's amazing, actually. I would like to say, just on my side, like, thank you so much for having me. It's been an honor just to be here and also as the first guest. But I'm surprised how quick the time's gone.
It literally flies.
I would gladly just have an evening out, us all just, and just chilling. I could do that easily.
Well, I'm sure you'll be back. I'm sure the people will love you back.
Thank you.
There's no doubt about that. Repeating guest. 100%.
I mean,
likewise. It's been so fun.
Just look at that cute face. I mean, just look at him.
You don't wake up like that,
There's no way I'm blushing live on air. It's not happening.
Okay, well, I guess, like the man said, it's time to wrap it up.
Jay, have a great birthday tomorrow.
Yeah, Jay, have a good birthday.
Wish Jay happy birthday if you see him, ladies and gentlemen.
Please leave comments. Please leave comments on the YouTube, or if you can. What's the email address for Bantersation?
media@bantersation.com.
So please send your Amazon gift vouchers, Jay.
No Apple vouchers.
And you'll get a free loyalty card from Vape and Juice exclusively.
And a shout out.
And shout out for that man. If you're looking for any extra content with us individually, you can find me at Captain Stash, CPTN_STACHE on Twitter. And if you find me on Instagram, just take out the space, and there you go. How can we find you, Dan?
My name, I don't know where it is. One of these sides. DANDOUMIR, Dandoumir, Twitter, Instagram. Maybe Twitch and YouTube stuff coming at some stage. Can't promise when, but it is going to happen, I promise. So, yeah.
And where we can find you, Jay?
So you can find me over at Facebook, LVC Group. That's for my live vape and chill. You can find me at LVC Shack on Twitter and Instagram. And you can find me on YouTube at Live Vape, the letter N, chill.
And Ali, where can we find you, buddy?
Do you want to be
find me? I'll find you.
Oh, okay. Perfect. That's exactly how I want it.
I mean, without going all Hollywood, no. Actually, I need to set up a presence online, and then I'll be gladly share where exactly you can find me.
Just find him on the streets being beautiful and shit.
In the meantime, I'll find you.
Particular set of skills.
All right, and if you don't remember from the beginning of the episode, we're also on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. So if you don't want to listen, if you don't want to watch our ugly ass faces talk and go back and forth, just listen or something. Well, deuces, guys.
Peace out.
Comment, subscribe,
and all that good stuff. Ring that notification bell on YouTube. And,
I forgot.
RSS feed, the subscribe thing, so you get notifications. All that good stuff.
Love us, please.
Beggar love.
Love us.
Good night, people. Thank you. Till the next time.
See you then.